Good morning. It's Patiently. Usually I do these at night in the dark in a parking lot while my daughter is at hockey practice and nobody sees me talking to my phone. Well, this morning I'm up at the ass crack of dawn because my son has a hockey game and I'm sitting out in the parking lot in the daylight while he warms up. I'm really not getting the Mother of the Year award this year. But anyway, this is an excerpt from Wicked Cold, which is the prequel to Wicked Hot. So we're talking about Kevin and Amy again, and of course they're from Boston, and I'm going to butcher the Boston accent again, but please just bear with me. I do these in one take. I will not be editing or whatever. And if you hear what sounds like airplanes going by, that is hockey bags rolling on the pavement. It's a very familiar sound to me, but it sounds a little like the airport. Well, relax, enjoy, and I'll talk to you at the end. Lust or no lust, Amy was a prude, and she'd probably slap me if I tried to feel her up with other people in the car. I was dying to tell her about the bachelor party, but at the same time, she wouldn't want to hear it. Not only was she prudish about fooling around with other people watching, she was also grossed out by lesbians. I don't know why. It wasn't like she'd ever met one. One weekend last fall when my parents went to the Cape, Amy and I snuck home to my house. We had a great time until I suggested that we watch a little porn from the Spice Channel, and we got into this wicked big fight. She was pissed that I'd even bring up such a nasty idea. I tried to tell her that I'm a guy and guys watch porn, but she made it sound like there was something wrong with me. She almost made me take her back to the school for the weekend. I smoothed it over and took her out for ice cream to keep the weekend from being completely ruined, but later, when she fell asleep on the couch all cuddled up with my mother's cat, I decided I wasn't going to waste the opportunity to watch some porn. I turned the volume way down and found the channel. The movie was called Dream Jeans. Since I picked it up in the middle, I didn't really know what it was supposed to be about, but the first scene I saw was an awesome blowjob that led to some pretty sweet fucking. I was hot in seconds. I had to fight the urge to jerk off. I kept reminding myself that Amy would fuck me later and I'd get my relief, but probably not if she caught me watching porn. I adjusted my cock and tried to relax until the guy pulled his huge cock out of the girl's pussy and sprayed his load all over her belly. In the next scene, there were two girls talking to a guy in an office. Without the volume, I didn't even know what they were talking about, so I went to the kitchen to get a Coke. When I got back, two half-naked ladies with big puffy hair were wearing these ridiculous jeans with a big rainbow across the pockets. Their tits were small, but at least they weren't fake. A guy was taking their picture when they struck stupid-looking poses around one of those big wicker chairs like the one my mother had on our sun porch. The women on the screen started to touch each other's boobs with the tips of their I'm going to start that paragraph over. The women on the screen started to touch each other's boobs with the tips of their fingers, and then they started making out. I friggin' love lesbian porn. I don't know what it is, but watching two babes go at it got me hotter than a guy and a girl every time. While I watched those two girls rubbing their tits together and sticking their tongues in each other's mouths, I forgot Amy was even there. I grabbed my Coke and opened it all in one loud pop. I guess that's what woke her up, but I didn't know it right away. As soon as the blonde lay on the floor and the brunette stuck her fingers in the blonde's bush to open her up, I heard the noise coming from Amy. The brunette bent her head down and stuck out her tongue, and I finally realized what the noise was. "Ew," she squealed. "That's disgusting." I turned to look at her and almost laughed. She looked like she just saw somebody eating dog shit or something. "What's the problem?" I said, trying to stifle my smile. My eyes were glued to the screen. The camera was close enough that I could see the taste buds on the brunette's tongue and the wetness of the blonde's pussy hair curling around her clit. "You know damn well. That's gross. Girls don't do that." "You like it when I do that to you," I said. I caught myself just before I pointed out to her that she was still watching the close-up of the brunette's tongue lapping at the blonde's clit. It was wicked hot. I wondered if Amy was getting wet from watching it. "That's different. You're a guy. Girls aren't supposed to, you know." I went to where she sat and put my arm around her. "Yeah, they're just supposed to suck dick and swallow cum, right?" "Ugh, you drive me nuts." She put her hands over her eyes. "Tell me when it's over." Just then, the photographer came back into the scene. He was also naked. He sat in the wicker chair. I didn't think he looked too comfortable, but a minute later, both of the women knelt by his legs and took turns sucking his cock. "Now they're giving a blowjob. Will you watch that?" She got up and locked herself in the bathroom. Friggin' prude. And now I was sitting right next to her in the way back of a minivan, and my mind was still going crazy trying to imagine how far this lesbian show would go. I couldn't imagine they could legally have oral sex right there in front of people, but what the fuck did I know? I was 19 years old, I'd never even been to a strip club, never mind one in another country. Well, and that's it. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted. I couldn't see people I know walking by. Oh, it's embarrassing. Wow, this is weird. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you can forgive my butchering of the Boston accent. And really, read the book. It's fun. They have sex in an ice hotel, which was a whole lot of fun to research. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. So have a great one. Thanks for listening. Till later. This is patiently saying goodbye.